If you are not crawling, you cannot walk. If you're not walking, you cannot run. So if you missed on the basics, you're not going to go further. So
I gotta say, I missed your philosophy stuff. Hello and welcome guys, my name is Steve and welcome to yet another episode of Q&A over coffee or my guy over here over tea, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Today we're going to talk about a very interesting topic. We're going to talk about a topic which I think might interest a lot of beginners out there. And next to me I have Jonas, who is a software engineer with a lot of experience. So Jonas, please introduce yourself. Tell us why are you here and why these guys are supposed to listen to you in the first place.
Well, first of all, you should
talk louder.
You should tell me why.
Don't look there.
So my name is Jonas. I'm software developer over 10 years already, and I'm here to answer your questions, as I remember.
Oh, you're here to tell us about some of the secrets, or let's just say he's gonna tell us what are the things his younger self would have wanted to know. Like if you went back in time, what are the secrets you would tell your younger self?
Yes, so the first thing that I would like to know in the beginning is actually to ask much more questions to my teachers. Because each time you are changing the company, and especially if you're coming for a first time to a company, you will have some things that you don't know. The problem with this, if you don't know and if you don't ask, you are not going to get those answers.
How did you overcome that fear of asking? Because I know what you're talking about. Sometimes it feels like you don't want to seem too stupid in front of the others, and you're like, I'm gonna do it myself, I'm not gonna ask anybody, you know, and you just keep doing it yourself, you waste more time, you're not productive, and you just keep making mistakes, and in the end, either way you get corrected by them.
Well, this is exactly how children are doing.
Yeah.
If they are not successful in walking or running, they are first climbing on the floor and scrolling. So this is crawling. And the issue is, if you are not crawling, you cannot walk. If you are not walking, you cannot run. So if you missed on the basics, you're not going to go further. So
I gotta say, I missed your philosophy stuff.
You get respect from your teachers first. Yeah. Because you are interacting. It means that you are interested in what they are talking.
Yeah, especially if you're beginning, you gotta be interested. Otherwise, they will be interested in firing you.
Yes, because you're not too active and you don't want to receive the knowledge they would like to provide you and to do your work faster. And
yeah, there are times when you would like to ask questions which are administrative, like general things, and most of the times you want to be you want to have that courage of asking questions, even though it might be dumb. Like I remember back then when I used to work for the company Jonas works, I used to ask a lot of dumb questions, and people used to, I even remember some of the colleagues, they used to get mad at me and they're like, don't you have other questions to ask me or something like that? And I was like, all right, you know what, I'm still gonna ask the question. And that's how I went ahead, that's how I progressed, I'd say. So tip number one, or secret number one, is asking questions no matter how dumb you think they are, because dumb questions fasten the process of learning, fasten the process of getting there, getting to be a better programmer, a better software engineer. What do you think is secret number two? And why would you slap yourself? You think you've messed up something and now you could go back in time and fix that.
Okay, this is actually my strong part, but I think a lot of people, especially working in an environment of development, I heard the term emotional intelligence.
All right.
You are building a project with a team, so the better is the team quality around the people and the atmosphere, the better it will be for you and for all the company. For many people, this emotional stuff, it gets in the way. Most of the time your reaction, and most of the time it's negative, is going to be building up to the issue.
What you're saying basically is most of the times projects tend to have a problem, not because they technically are blocked or something, but because they have some misunderstanding or they kind of don't like each other for whatever reason, or they
I would think this is 70% of the time.
Let's just say 80% of solving an actual problem is communication, and just 20% is technical skills.
Yes, absolutely. Because, well, first of all, we are all people and we would like to be respected. If somebody is laughing at you, it means they are not putting into your shoes. They are looking down to you.
Yeah.
When somebody is shouting at you,
yeah,
your intention is actually defend yourself. The problem is, can you just be transparent and go, and that energy that comes from that person, they just go through you and does not touch you at all.
Okay, we're getting into philosophy.
It's not philosophy. It's a thing.
I mean, I know what you're saying. Like a lot of the times, that's a problem in big companies. I remember working for a big enterprise company, and I quit that company after working for 10 months. People were like, they were focused only on technical stuff, and as long as you could solve the problem technically, you did your best. But they were very closed inside themselves. They weren't very talkative and stuff like that. So a newcomer to the team would not be very welcome or would feel very lonely. And yeah, that to me is very important as well.
When you're coming to the company, they don't know your skills. They don't know what you work, and they don't even know what the person you are about. And everybody would like to work with a person who is very technical and open and nice to.
People then start to relate to each other, to like each other for whatever reason, I don't know.
And fixing issues, very serious issues, is much easier when you have trust into another person. If you are not pushy to him, if you are not telling that this is stupid, because well, the problem is if you made a good job, people tends to tell that you are a good programmer, a good person. This is a habit. You made a mistake, everybody looking at the Git history and checking, oh, this is done by him, so
he did it.
He did it.
I remember, who is that person who did this? And
the problem, you did a mistake, and it doesn't change.
Yeah, like that's at the time you were implementing that thing, you thought that was the best way to do it.
Exactly.
I'd say you would solve most of your problems in projects and teams by having better soft skills or communication skills, because those will help to mitigate the problems. Because most of the problems, I can tell from my experience, are from that area. Either misunderstandings or people who just don't like other people for whatever reason, or they tend to just throw in a lot of trash in code reviews and just show the person like let me show him how it's done, you know, that kind of sense. Especially when you're getting to a new team, there is such a thing. So yeah, soft skills are more important than tech skills. That's the takeaway. So again, if you're going back in time and you have the chance to tell yourself some stuff that would make your life better as an engineer, what would that be?
So this is not obvious, but in programming and in development, you must take care of your body. I don't care what you do, what exercising you are doing, but you should do at least 3 times a week. I learned this in a
the hard way.
Hard way.
I can relate.
Well, the issue was I used to do sports like 6 times a week. There was times like that. I was running a lot.
6 times a week is a lot.
Yes, and I had very strong legs, and I was relating that I'm a sportsman. And if you are in the project, sometimes you are sitting to your workplace.
You're sitting you're like, oh, it's 12 o'clock, let me just debug for 3 hours.
Yes.
And after 3 hours, it's like 9 o'clock, you know?
Yes, exactly. This is what I'm talking. For example, if you are fixing something and you are in the mood of doing that, you think that it like 15 minutes have passed and it's already 3 hours. And you have not even noticed why. You were not distracted, you were just...
Sometimes you're seeing things in a box and you just need to relax a little bit, chill, to get out of the box,
Yes.
and you'll see things differently.
Yes.
Sometimes I've been like, especially in the university, I remember those days, I was like debugging stuff during the night so that the next day I wake up and fix it in 10 minutes.
Yes,
like,
exactly. This is
whatever.
what I'm talking. So I think there is this thing in other professions also, but in development it's so often. I'm not sure this is a English translation, but from Russian it's called accountant's shoulder. Like accountant is always working a lot with his right shoulder. So I had the same.
I mean, it's some sort of desk work disease,
Yes.
you could say.
But the issue here, it's not about desks, it's not actually about work, it's about sitting in a static position for too long.
I mean, that's why they have those lifting tables
Yes.
and stuff, so you could work from your...
But it
different
will not
heights.
help you if you're not exercising anyway, because
I mean, you could stretch your muscles or something like that, but...
it's not enough.
Well, what is enough then?
So the issue is you have a habit that your muscles in here and your neck muscles are, in some places they are too overstretched, in some places they are very weak because they are not working. And the problem is your body is not pumping too much blood into your brain.
Yeah.
And because of that, your productivity goes down. You are very tired even if you did not work too much.
Yeah.
And also it's very hard to go from that illness because you're not actually ill. You are just very tired.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually hurt. It's just uncomfortable in this place.
Yeah.
And the issue is, well, you don't know what's going on. And the issue, well, the problem, you have not exercised. You're not exercising this part. Also,
So like small exercises once, half an hour, once an hour?
Exactly. And they should be different ones. Don't try to just,
Like,
okay, this is...
Your brain gets comfortable, you're like, I'm gonna do this, and I'm done with
like
that.
this is one of my most favorite exercises. You're having a grip on your...
I'm not sure I can do that. I can do this. This is better.
Yes.
All right, so the takeaway from this secret is try to stay healthy no matter how much work you got, no matter what your boss is telling you to do, because your health is more important. Even though you work as an employee, you're kind of a resource for the company, you're still human, you're still a being, a human being, so you need to take care of yourself, you need to take care of your well-being, and yeah, make sure you go out, take some gym, or even do some simple exercises during the work, like every half an hour, every hour, that would help. And I gotta say, I was in Jonas's team back then, and when I saw him like doing all those things, sometimes he would look weird and crazy from one side, and other times I would try it too because it helps. So make sure to stay healthy while you're at your work, or even if you're working at home during these hard times. Alright guys, we'll see you in the next video, which is gonna be next month, and probably we're gonna have Jonas very soon again, because honestly it's been a pleasure to hear some of those tips and secrets. Even for myself, that's a good piece of information and hopefully some value for you as well.
Thanks team for inviting me here.
You're always welcome, Jonas, and you are always welcome to watch another episode of Q&A over coffee or tea or a drink in general, and that's gonna be next month. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and without further ado, make sure to subscribe, make sure to be a part of this community if you aren't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!
Bye.
I should say peace! Alright, let's wrap this up, man. It's been a while. Let me begin that intro. Shut up and let me begin the intro. You're laughing too much. What was the last? The 6?
6 was... there was...
I keep forgetting your points though. Like, you're talking about some stuff, and I was like, what are we talking about?